in this video, I'll be talking about my vocals and, you know, what works and what doesn't work and what I'm trying to go for, really. So let's just give an example. So, I speak normally. So, I went up after the wrestling, I touched her, she was cold. Now this is what I want to do for the actual performance. I went up after the wrestling, I touched her, and she was cold. You know, that sort of gives that raspy. You can tell that my voice is raspy, but also you can tell it's me, but playing someone else at the same time, because you don't want it to be too raspy, to be too deep, because then it strains on your voice like this. I went up after wrestling, I touched her, she was cold. You know, it really hurts my throat, and you don't want to do that because, one, you're not going to be able to do that for a long time, and my monologue's over a minute, and I don't want my, you know, vocals to drop off at any point, and also projection as well. You can probably hear that, right, you know, because I'm quite close to the camera, but if I was performing that on stage, and I did that, quite a lot of the people in the back row wouldn't be able to hear me. And the way that I'm trying to do it, the method that I'm going around is, even though it's going to be performed to camera, you know, our geologs are going to be done, you know, virtually, so audio. The way that I'm doing my vocals and my body language and everything is as if I was performing on stage. You know, I still want to give that that element of performance, you know, just to pretend as if there's people watching. It's been like, oh, people can't hear me in the back row, what, I've got to be louder, I've got to project my voice. And the reason why I'm doing this is because it's going to help me, well, hopefully, yeah, if we get back to college and do the F&P, you know, it will have prepared me enough to perform on stage and give me a good range instead of being on stage and having to work on my vocals for a big portion of that process and not being able to get into the character and so forth. So